Hi, in this screencast, I'm going to show you how to install Emacs. So first things first, pull up a web browser. You can just do a Google search for GNU Emacs. That would take you to the GNU Emacs web page. And here you have some buttons for downloading on GNU Linux, Windows, and macOS. So that's one option. And another option is if you're on GNU Linux, here I'm on a Windows computer, but you can do a Google search for install Emacs Ubuntu. So if you're using the Ubuntu distribution, you can have some pull up some reference about how to install Emacs. Typically, that means apt-get install Emacs. Here they have some additional instructions if you want some more recent version that is provided in the default repository. So I recommend when you're using R in Emacs that you use a different distribution. So if you're on Windows and Mac OS, called the Goulet distribution. So if you search for Goulet Emacs, you have Emacs modified for Windows and Emacs modified for Mac OS. So choose which one based on your operating system. And so here we have this project, which has moved to GitLab. And so here, if you download the installer, this is a version of Emacs, which has been already modified to support R using some special extensions. So typically they provide Emacs statistics, which is the R interface for Emacs. So here you can click save and open up the installer. Search for app in the store. No, I'm not going to do that. I guess what we have to do is we have to open it up in the Windows Explorer. It's not here. There we go. Accept the agreement. So here it says Emacs can be configured to work better with the MikTeX distribution or the TextLive distribution. So here you might want to check what installation of tech that you have. Here on Windows, I have TechWorks, which I'm not sure if that's TextLive or MikTeX. I guess it's MikTeX because here I have a MikTeX console. So here I'm going to say yes, configure Emacs for MikTeX. And so here we're going to install Emacs under program files. And so that'll give me access to, I'll install Emacs on my Windows computer. Notice I already have an older version of Emacs running. I can check the version of my Emacs by typing Control H phi, which is describe variable, and then I type Emacs version, and that tells me what version of Emacs I have. Here the window pops up, it says Emacs version is a variable defined in C source code, its value is 26.1. So that's consistent with what we see here under my start menu, which is GNU Emacs 26.1. What I'm installing though is the GNU Emacs 26.3, so I'm doing an upgrade right now. So it says view the README, no thanks. Now it should be installed, so I should probably have a new start menu item. Recently added GNU Emacs, and now I have two options here, GNU Emacs 26.1, which is what I had running here, and GNU Emacs 26.3. So I'm going to open up that new one that I just installed. There we get an Emacs window. And here, let's do the version again, Control H, Control V, Control HV, describe variable emacs-version. And here I have Emacs 26.3 running. So that was the first step when you're doing your Emacs journey to install it. So thanks for listening.